How was that international break? 'Cause it seemed quite busy with having a disagreement with the bus door and scoring 6 goals as well.
Yeah, it was. A lot of things happened in that week, so it was nice and one step closer to the big goal with Norway.
Is that a massive goal for you? I think your dad played at the World Cup, didn't he, in '94? Your country have not been there for 25 years at the moment. So is that a huge target for you right now?
Yeah, 27 years now and counting since last World Cup. Euros was, I think, last
2000.
yeah. So yeah, a big goal and I mean, ever since I came to the national team, my long-term goal was to get Norway back in the I don't know how you call it, the last something. So to qualify, that will be a massive thing. So I hope we'll see.
How's that lip? What happened?
No, the bus just tried to bang me out and it almost did, but yeah, no, it was incredible and I was unlucky, but also quite lucky because it could have been gone much worse. So yeah, it was a weird thing.
The first of many stupid questions. Did it really hurt, or were you just a little dazed?
Yeah, it was a bit painful. It looks worse than what it is, and I had to have 3 stitches. You know, it sounds worse than what it is, but the stitches was worse, or the anesthetic, or what you call it, is worse than the actual.
So the big needle going in.
Yeah, that was the worst part.
Yeah. Okay. Right. 100 Premier League games now. 88 goals. Erling. For context, Thierry Henry scored 59 in his first 100. Harry Kane 59. Aguero 64. Salah 63. Do you ever step back and think? I mean, because you've made it seem normal. You sometimes make it look easy, but what you're doing is crazy.
Yeah. No. I mean, first of all, the years here has gone so fast as well. I feel like I arrived here a few weeks ago. Seriously, it goes so fast. And I think also that has to do with you're so busy all the time that you don't really get to kind of what you say, take a step back. Because when am I going to take a step back? I can't. The holidays are 3 weeks. I haven't got time to take a step back then. You know, I need to just shut completely off and try to relax my brain. So I haven't got really time for that to take a step back, and what I try to do there is just to keep going, and it's not easy, you know, with everything that's happening and all of that, but what we have to try to do. I have to try to perform and to make the club happy.
So you said it seems like it's gone really fast. If you think back to game 1 and goal 1, well, actually goal 1 and 2 in that game at West Ham, what do you remember of that? Because it felt like there was so much pressure, expectation, excitement around you. You're like a proper, even though you'd only actually just turned 22, you're like a proper superstar signing for the club and for the league. Like, when you think back now, you were just like, maybe a kid's a bit patronising, but you're a young guy coming to a new country. Looking back now, what was that like for you?
It was nice, of course, pressure and everything. We played the Community Shield the week before. Loads of different things were said after that.
You missed that one chance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we lost, of course.
Yeah.
And getting compared with loads of different players and that. But again, with the people around me, I kind of knew that it was going to be successful. It might be a bit arrogant to say, you can say whatever you want, but I knew that I was going to come here and perform with all the teammates around me, with speaking with Pep and the whole club. You know, I was so confident that it was going to go well. Of course, going that well, winning treble the first season, finally getting the Champions League. Of course, I didn't expect it, but that was something that I worked on. So yeah, it's been going really quick, as I just said, and again, it's so difficult to kind of take a step back and to look of what I actually done, because it goes so fast, and the new season comes and everything starts again, you know. So
back on the hamster wheel.
Yeah. So I think after my career, that's when I will realize, I think, what I've been doing or what I've done then.
I think back to that well, actually, you scored the penalty, obviously, but that second goal against West Ham, watching at home, I feel like I could almost smell the fear in the rest of the league. You know, a De Bruyne through ball, you with that classic Haaland finish. Even now, with all the goals you've scored, do you think of that as a really big moment in your time here?
Yeah, it was an easy goal. It wasn't, obviously. The pass is ridiculous. It was easy goal for me, I would say. But it was also kind of a statement goal.
I think it's right, yeah.
To everyone, you know, even to the whole league and everything, you know, with that perfect pass, and people already spoke a little bit about exactly that, and yeah, I mean, it was a dream debut, and it was an amazing time, which is already 3 years ago. It's history now, and I'm looking forward to making more moments like that, together with all my new teammates, and also some of the same ones.
So when you say you knew you'd be a success, I guess you're kind of watching City from afar, probably at a certain point knowing that you come in, you see passes and crosses from De Bruyne, you see Grealish, Mahrez, whoever it may be, and you think, I'll get on the end of that. Me, with that manager, with that service, there's no way I'm not scoring. Is that basically, that was the mindset, that was how you saw it?
Yeah, because I've been watching City since, I don't know for how long, you know, as long as I can remember, and especially with Pep now, and when I played in Salzburg, when I played in Dortmund, I was watching them, and at times I felt that they were missing a little, maybe the striker in the box, you know.
Who could that be?
Then I was thinking, you know, it would be nice to be there just to finish all the chances they had, because I remember even with Leroy Sané, Sterling, just getting the balls in the box and everything, and I was just thinking, you know, it already started quite early, and I wouldn't say I manifested it, but I was thinking of how it would be early, and yeah, now as you see, it was a great choice by me and my team to come here. We can all say that, so all praise to them, all praise to City for buying me, and yeah.
How much do you have to think about goal scoring? I had it in my mind to ask you, like, whether it's an art or a science, because I can remember you doing an interview with Sky before. I think it was the first game of last season away at Chelsea when you scored that goal, and you spoke in the interview afterwards about you knew Robert Sanchez would stay on his line, so you took a few extra touches. So the question is, like, how much is it about analysing, planning, thinking, and how much is it just that striker instinct?
I think for me the most important is to be free in the mind, not to think too much. I cannot think of scoring goals. It's not how it works. You know, I scored 5 goals against Moldova before the game. I cannot think of trying to score goals, because that's...
So you don't visualise it in any way?
No, I don't think that's good. And that's why also people ask me, celebrations, all of that. I don't plan anything, because you shouldn't plan anything. You should be free, try to be free in your mind, and try to be ready if you get a chance. And I spoke about it. The most important thing is to get the chances as a striker. You know, if you're not coming to chances, that's a problem. That's not a problem, but it's a challenge. You know, so for me, the most important is to get the chances. If you then come to chances, it's a big chance you're going to score, and that's why I need to try to continue with it. Try to come to chances, because, as I said, when I come to chances, there's a big chance I will score goals.
So that's interesting, because I watched back loads of your goals at the start of this week, and it's amazing how often commentators say, he makes it look easy. So do you make it look, is that how you make it look easy? By your movement is right, your hunger is right, so you get yourself into enough positions where maybe actually the chance itself is quite easy for a player of your level, but the hard work has already been done with the movement?
Yeah, I mean, the most difficult thing is to score goals in football, and when depends on the player who's on the ball. When it's De Bruyne, I just need to kind of
It's like a sixth sense almost.
Yeah, where he's gonna just shoot it in, and I have to try to be there so he can hit me, you know. So it depends on which players on the ball and everything, and in the end it's about trying to understand the players that's on the ball, and that's what also I think you have to be clear in your mind, because if Bernardo has the ball, I have to try to think like that. If he is on the ball, I have to think like that. So it really depends on who is on the ball, and you have to try to think the same as him.
I was going to ask you a question, right, about last season being difficult, maybe a little bit for you and for the team. Then I looked through the numbers. You played 58 games, you scored 45 goals. So, I mean, that made me sort of reassess. So, like simply for you, how do you reflect on last season? Because those numbers don't suggest a player or a team having a difficult moment at all.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm not trying to reflect too much about that last season. I tried to go into the new season, but you say it yourself. I just try to do my job. I try to do everything I can, and I try to help the team as much as possible.
Is it that free mind again? Is that important? Whatever last season, to sort of leave it behind?
Yeah, and I think no matter how the situation is, no matter if you win every single game, if you lose every single game, you still have to try to be free in the mind. And it's the most difficult thing, I think, for everyone, with everything that happens in the world at the moment, especially with footballer, with the pressure, with everything. Things can happen in your personal life. Things happens. Football has been ever since I was 6-7 years old. Playing football, being free in my mind. I think that's also something that I still have with me now. Just going to play football and don't think about anything else. I remember when I did bad in school or whatever, I just went to football and I forgot the school. And that's maybe the best moments I have from football. It just takes away everything and it just lets you focus on one thing and to enjoy.
How are you in difficult moments, whether it's on the pitch or off the pitch? 'Cause one thing I think is amazing that you do talk about, you've talked about nerves and anxiety, whether it's a big game or being stood over a penalty, whatever it may be. You've been quite open, and that must be great for kids to see a guy who quite honestly looks like Superman a lot of the time, to know he has the same problems as the rest of us. So how are you in a difficult moment? How are you when things are not great, maybe on the pitch, maybe off the pitch?
Yeah, I think a lot of our footballers, we try to act cool with everything. We're not nervous. I'm nervous before every game.
Yeah.
I'm nervous before shooting a penalty. I don't think it's makes you look weak saying it. I think it's the completely opposite. It makes you look even stronger, that people know. Because being nervous it doesn't have to be a bad thing. People can be nervous before an interview. When I was 18 and I had to do a press conference, I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah. Do you know what? We never would say that about players. Actually, you're a teenager. You've got a camera shoved in your face. Maybe it's in not your first language.
Exactly.
That's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's a good thing to be nervous a bit as well. I think it can make you if you use it in a positive way, you can become even sharper. You can even become more aware. So I think it's good to feel that you're getting nervous, that you feel that you are alive. I think it's a good thing, and it's about using all emotions in a positive way. Even if it's you doing an interview, if it's me playing football, of course, I have to perform. I'm a performer. People expect a lot of things from me, so I have to use it in a positive way. And it's not easy losing a lot of games, having the pressure on you. It's a lot on me. I get it. I totally agree with that. That's how it should be. And again, it's about finding positive things. It's about trying to turn it around. It's about helping the team on achieving things, because that's why I'm here.
So where is this City team right now, new City team right now? And what is your role, obviously as a goal scorer, but also maybe as a leadership figure now, in terms of getting City back where you all want it to be?
Yeah, of course, a lot of changes and all of that. And that is always in football clubs, I think. Now a lot of people left, a lot of important people left. So new people have to come in, make a difference. People that's been here for years, me, I have to take more responsibility. I have to guide the team. I have to help the new ones to come in as quick as possible, because it's not easy to come into a new country, perform straight away. It's not easy. People take time sometimes, and this is normal, So we need to help each other. We need to understand that the past is the past. We're not the same team anymore. We're not the same, and we have to use it in a positive way. We have other qualities now than we had, and we have to adapt. We have to, and we have to perform. That's in the end the most important thing. Say what you want, but we have to win games. In the end, that's what we need. That's what we get paid for.
Absolute last question then. How is this City team different to what we've seen before? Maybe in terms of style more than anything?
I think before you had players that's been here for so many years. You know, when we won the treble, we had players that's been here for 6 years, most of the squad. And now it's a bit different. Some has been here for a long time, don't get me wrong, but there's also some new. So what's the difference? I don't know. I think, as I said, it's history. We played a way that we won everything, which was amazing. And now I think football is changing as well. You know, you saw Harris and Liverpool last year just absolutely running over people. I think football is changing all the time, and you have to adapt. You have to still, of course, stick to your I don't know how to say, the principles in the team. But you have to adapt a little bit. You have to adapt with the people you play with and everything. So it's difficult to me to say what's different than everything. But what's sure is City has to win. We have to win games, and we have to fight for titles. That's what we have to do, and we did it last year as well, which is a good thing. We lost the FA Cup final, can happen, but we still managed to fight for titles until the last moment, which is a good thing.